Hello, guys. Sorry, I was reading something. Hi, Meganil. Hi, John.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, James. Welcome here. Good to have you guys at this networking party. We're really excited. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. All right. If you guys want to use the chat box and write any messages about yourself, feel free. For example, you could write something like, what could you say? Say hello and say how you're feeling this week and what is your plan for the weekend. That would be great. We would love to hear from you. Of course, we're going to have some networking later as well. So welcome everyone who's just joining us. Good to have you here for this networking party. And please write in the chat, how are you doing today? And how are you feeling? And do you have any plans for this weekend? We would love to know. Good to have you guys here. And while you're writing in the chat, I'm going to broadcast this. Hi, I'm going to broadcast this to the Facebook group. So that may take a moment here.
No.
You're in darkness.
Okay. I just have to broadcast this into the group. That way more people know that this is happening and they can join us too. Okay. Got it. I think I got it. Let's go live. James, when I click go live, nothing happens.
Did you choose a network group?
Yeah, Teacher Entrepreneur Network. And I chose it here. And I chose share to your group. And that's it. I just click go live.
It's on Chrome.
Yeah. Should I refresh this page and try again?
You can, or you can click on Zoom and just redo it.
Okay. So yeah, everyone, good to have you and thank you for writing your comments. We will address your comments in a moment. Sorry, just have to figure out how to broadcast this. But if you just joined, please let us know who you are, where you're from, how's everything going? Do you have any exciting plans for the weekend? And then we will read them. Unable to access your Facebook account.
Okay. Yeah, you can pass the host to me. Let me see if I can do it.
Okay.
Or I'm not sure.
That worked yesterday. So
Yeah. I don't know.
Make host. Okay. Okay, you're the host now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read the comments now. And we have Charlie here. You're doing well. How is everyone? Good to have you, Charlie. Mohammed Yasser is here. Hey, Mohammed. Nice to meet you. James is doing well. Thank you for being here. Alicia is from Mauritius. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'd like to go to Mauritius. It's good to have you here, Alicia. Hi. Mohammed, good. John says, life is good. I'm a Canadian living in Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico. No plans for the weekend, but I'm not a plans guy. You're more spontaneous, right?
Yes, yeah, whatever catches my eye.
Right, whatever may come your way. So that's like me too. I can resonate with you there.
Cool, right on.
Sounds good. And Kyung-Suk is here. Hey, Kyung-Suk, good to have you.
Hi, good to see you again, Tara and Jane.
You too. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. And Maganelle is working tonight, and for the rest of the weekend, she'll mostly enjoy a more relaxed pace, though she's going to block out some creative time. Well, that is important. I like that. I like that. Having fun exploring new relationships with time and calendar planning from St. Louis, Missouri. Lovely, Maganelle, lovely. I like the plan. It sounds relaxed and nice. I dig it. And Mohammed is from Pakistan. Nice, really great, awesome. Would love to go there as well.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you here. And
Yeah.
Charlie's tuning in from Georgia, United States. I'm in Virginia. We're not too far. Good to have you. And Bernadette is from Argentina. Oh, lovely. So we've got teachers from all around the world here, and we're super excited to have you. It is an amazing international meeting, I would agree. So this is very exciting. Well, guys, I would like to, oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, just thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. So James is still working on broadcasting anyways. I just wanted to introduce myself as well. I know some of you guys already, right? But some of you, it's our first time meeting. So yeah, I'm Tara. I am a teacher entrepreneur myself. So my background is in ESL teaching. I taught in Spain for a few years in the classroom, private lessons. I also transitioned to online teaching like back in 2016. And I worked for many online companies and platforms, teaching kids and different people and even test prep and things like that. And I always really loved teaching and the interactions I got to have with students from around the world. And honestly, I don't know if you guys agree, I learned more from them than they learned from me. You know, that's how I really feel. So I was really digging teaching and it was right for me. But I did want to go independent, to have my own teaching business, to get my own students, just because I thought it would be more sustainable long term. And I wouldn't really have to answer to anyone, answer to any companies, which I liked. So, but I knew I would need to learn sales and marketing skills. I just didn't know how to learn those things and what would be the best way as a teacher who had this particular goal. But in February 2020, I came across James and his ebook. He has a free ebook. So the ebook talks about how to get your own students online and charge a higher rate. So of course that was interesting to someone like me. So I gave it a read and really enjoyed his book. And that inspired me to actually take his 21-day challenge in March 2020. The pandemic was kind of just starting. And so had a lot of time. And that was amazing. And that is what launched me like on this journey. And now I'm a communication coach for lawyers and legal professionals, which I really enjoy. And I've learned a lot. And then also I'm a coach on James's team, on the Bowie team. So I'm also helping him run the challenge quite a bit and doing some coaching with teachers and teacher entrepreneurs, which is a lot of fun as well. So that's about me. It's nice to meet you guys here. And about our company, Bowie Strategy, what do we do here? So our company, like started by James, of course, we help teachers go independent and get their own students online with marketing, sales, and teaching coaching. These are kind of the three elements that we cover. And we have helped over 3,500 teachers in the past 3 years start the journey of going independent and set up their businesses. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to reach out to us. I do also want to let you guys know a few things that we have kind of going on in our community every month. So we do run a monthly teacher entrepreneur interview. So that would be, it's usually James with a teacher entrepreneur. And this is nice because we get to hear their stories and how this journey is going for them. And they share a lot of insight and some best practices. So in case you would be interested in kind of checking out those interviews to hear those stories from teachers who were previously interviewed, I'm going to leave the link for you in the chat in case you want to go ahead and save that link to, you know, maybe check out some of those teacher entrepreneur interviews. So just adding it to the chat here for you guys. And you should have the link now for that one. And also just real quick, and I know we'll let you guys talk soon. We do have a teacher entrepreneur interview coming up soon. It's going to be with Lee. Her name is Lee. And it's going to be on July 25th. I'm gonna write the time and date in the chat as well so that you can remember. It's going to be on July 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. CMT. So let me write this in here in case anybody wants to attend. If you're available, then you can attend live. You can ask questions in real time. If you're not available, that would be recorded as well. And these get broadcasted to our Teacher Entrepreneur Network Facebook group. And if you're connected with James on LinkedIn, they also get you know, streamed on his LinkedIn. So that's kind of about the upcoming event with Lee. It will be great. She's amazing. She's so nice. And she has been on this journey for, you know, I think over a year now. So she has a lot of great things to share and you can come and ask questions. So let us know if you have any questions about any of that. And I'm going to see if you guys wrote any questions in here. Okay. Bernadette said, can you write the link for this free ebook here in the chat? Absolutely, I can do that. I am going to give you guys that here in a little bit. So, but yeah, if you need to leave early, let me know and I can get you that, or you can like tag us in the group, but I will send that over soon. Okay. And Alicia said, this is different for everyone as the learning culture is different. Yeah, exactly. The learning culture. You mean like for the students or just like this party? We have like, we're multinational right now, which is pretty cool. I like that comment. Good. So now we want to leave it to you guys to have some fun and get to know each other. And this is the purpose of today's party, actually, so that you guys can meet, not just me talking here. So what we are going to have networking time, and let me give you an example of some things that you can share. Of course, you can say anything. It doesn't have to be strictly these points. But for example, you could say when it's your turn, if you like to share something about you, you could give your name, where are you from? We'd love to know one thing about you would like us to know about you. Would be a good one. What are your goals as a teacher? And what challenges or opportunities are you facing in achieving your goals? That can be an interesting one because people can always offer, you know, advice or thoughts on that. I will copy this into the chat as well, so that, you know, you can remember, but you don't, like I said, you don't have to only say these things. Okay, so if you would like to introduce yourself so we can hear from you, please type 1 in the chat because we will start a line or a queue. And if you need to leave soon, okay, you can go first, Bernadette. If you need to leave soon, type 2 in the chat. That way you can go first, right? You can skip the line. And James has sent the free ebook into the chat for, I think it was Alicia or Bernadette, you were asking for that. So you've got the link. Thank you, James. So Bernadette, let's start with you because I think you have to go and then we'll go to Sam. Hi, how are you doing?
I have to leave soon. Sorry, here it's 12 noon. So we have lunch here in Argentina at that time. Well, I'm just, I've been a teacher of English all of my life, more than 30 years. I have taught mostly at secondary school. I also taught private classes, but I'm about to retire. I have some experience teaching online because of 2020. Yeah, we all taught online during 2020. And well, I'm still worried about certain things. I wonder if a non-native teacher has some opportunities or has some chances to really get students. Is it too important for students online, for this new market online that is so huge and we don't know really? Is it really important to be a native speaker? Is it too important that?
That's a good question. Good to hear about you as well, Bernadette. So it's not very important because what I can tell you, and other people can comment on this too, but what I can tell you, there are many non-native English speaking teachers and coaches in our community who are quite successful. And kind of what what James teaches, it's like we don't only have to be teachers, but we can also be coaches and we can teach them skills. So at the end of James teaches, it's like at the end of the day, we're so much more than just teachers. So you have a lot to offer. And yeah, right, James, there are many non-native English speaking teachers doing great. And so that's the great news. And also, we also like to highlight that non-native teachers have a great, in my opinion, like advantage because you guys had to learn the language as a second language. So not like me, I just like learned it as a baby, right? So you have this understanding of the way it works. And when people ask you certain questions, you can tell your own story and how you got there. So you're kind of showing them the way and how you got there. So I think it's a great selling point and it's a great thing. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely, yes. The other question is, how do we start? Where can we start offering or promoting? Or what can we do to start so that we can show ourselves? That's a question.
Right. That's a good question. Yeah, you want to be visible. So we recommend the best way is through organic marketing first, using social media, and you would post content. Well, there are many things, there are many elements. We actually teach this, and James explains it in his free ebook. He maps out the whole process for you. So strongly recommend reading that one. And then we also teach teachers how to go independent in the 21-day challenge. So we show them how to choose a niche. You're going to be specialized in a certain area, okay, to attract students from that area. Then you're going to learn how to connect with those people, market with those people, nurture them, which means educate them, show yourself to them to help attract them to you, and also sales, how to convert them into paying students. So we do recommend organic methods first, so free methods using social media. But yeah, does that answer that question for you? I recommend reading James' ebook first. Okay, thanks, Bernadette. I don't know if you had to go, but let us know if that does it for you. Good to meet you.
I will stay here listening to the others. I'm really eager for information, so I think that everything is really interesting.
Well, good. We're glad you're here. It's super nice to meet you. Thanks for that. We also have Sam next. Hey, Sam, how's it going?
Hi, good. How are you, Tara?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. So I actually, I did the challenge in June, and it's going really well. Like, I don't know if this is helpful for I don't know if any of you have done the challenge already or if you're people who are considering doing the challenge, but it's still really early days for me, but I have my first client, so that's really positive. And somebody just reached out to me on LinkedIn like 2 minutes ago asking if she could book a chat with me. So, I mean, like any business, I think it's slow going at first and you have to put the time and energy into it. But I mean, if you're choosing a niche that you like, I'm loving what I'm doing. Like, I like what I'm communicating to my niche because I like the topic. So I chose mental health practitioners because I have background in that. And I don't know, I think it's just it's really fun. Like, I've felt like I've been able to craft something that's my own. So I just feel excited about it. And I think, I don't know, that I wasn't sure what the purpose of this networking call was. So I didn't know if it was going to be people who had done the challenge or not. But if you guys haven't done it and you're considering it, I think you don't have anything to lose. It's been great for me.
Wow. Thank you, Sam. Congratulations on your first student
Thank you.
and like the traction. And I love your content on LinkedIn and what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
That's super exciting. And thank you for that as well. I think I love what you said about, choosing something you love and then you get excited, right? To like craft a program for them that can hopefully help and continue learning about them. So I think that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's just for anyone. So it could be challenge grads, non-challenge grads. So
okay, perfect. Well, hi everyone.
Thanks, Sam. Good to have you. Mohammed is next. Hi, Mohammed. I think you're muted. If you could just unmute yourself. Sorry.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Mohammad Yasir. Hello. I'm Mohammad Yasir. I'm from Pakistan. I have been teaching for 5 years after completion my master degree in physics and as well as diploma in Urdu language. So I'm non-native of English. From a 2 year, I start teaching in English, but as a kids level, as a primary level. So is there my goal is that I teach like a native because there is a trust issue. I think students maybe according to me, students trust the native one like a non-native one. There is a difficulty faces in the different platform like a Facebook. So yet no, I not got a students. So what about that? Is there trust issue or not, students? Can you explain? Like a students trust the native one or or not native one?
So for me, that's a good question. For me, it's not. It's in what I know so far. It's not really like a native, non-native thing, or that.
Yeah.
It's more like, are you showing up regularly? Do you have the right niche? Are you like tailoring your messages and your content to that niche as much as possible? So you mentioned like you've taught primary. I don't know if you're teaching that now, but is it tailored to like kids or their parents? You probably market
yeah.
It is, yeah.
So you recommend me that James ebook. So first I read because I'm a new here. So slowly learn with you all of mashallah. Someone from Argentina and someone from Malaysia, someone from Pakistan and someone from UK. So always is global village, like cultural revenue. So it's I'm very excited because this is my first time.
We're excited too.
Hi to everyone. I love teaching and I love to meet you all.
Great. I love your positive energy and we're so happy you're here, Mohammed, and hope you can get a lot out of this community and have some fun too.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madhu. Hi from me.
Thank you so much. Awesome. And next we have Sung-Suk. Hi.
Hi. Well, I think Sam and I in the June challenge together. And I joined to share some good news with James and Tara. After finishing the challenge, I have 3 positive strategy sessions. Probably one client, yes, I will start probably next week. So thank you very much. And I have been teaching English, yes, for more than 15 years, and I have been transforming myself into teaching Korean since March 2022. And I enjoyed the challenge very much because my husband introduced this more than a year, but I didn't initiate, but June I started, and it was awesome, very useful, very effective, very helpful if you wanna be an self-entrepreneur, teacher entrepreneur. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Nice to meet you
Kyung-soo.
all.
Awesome. Thank you. And congratulations on your success, on your successful strategy sessions. Wow. Wow. On your successful calls. And it's good to get this update from you. And also, we're super glad you're in the community. Thank you so much for your intro. And we had some questions. I know some people are brand new and asking, you know, what is the challenge? What are they talking about, right? So it's the 21-day Teacher Entrepreneur Challenge, which is like our flagship program for people just starting out. You know, they have no idea how to get their own students online at a higher rate. We can give you the link. Though we do recommend like checking out James's free ebook so you can kind of just get started and wrap your mind around it. We can definitely share the link to the challenge so you can read about that. And the price is $197 right now. So that's to answer your question that you guys typed. We also have the next to speak is Maganel. How are you?
So I'm doing the one-on-one coaching. So I didn't fully do the challenge, but I'm following very closely all the strategies that James has created. And I've only had one call, and I just this week got help to change my second message for my direct messaging on LinkedIn so that I could get a clear answer about whether English is a priority for people right now. So honestly, like I look at it from, there's so many angles to look at it from. I could easily get discouraged listening to others, but I choose to say, well, how do I know I don't need this time? It's like, because it's learning something new like every day. Every week there's a new bunch of recordings to master. And right now I feel really good because I have it mapped out. And I also am having a lot of fun experimenting with calendar, but much in a very holistic kind of way, like, which is my whole life planned out for the week. Because yeah, right now posting is the next thing. So I'm choosing to focus on visibility and allowing, and let's see where it goes. I mean, my niche, Italian entrepreneurs, is an experiment. I love them. I would love to work with them. I will, but you know, like, I don't know, it's an experiment. So one thing to know about me is I'm passionate about spiritual exploration, put it that way.
Oh.
Spiritual keeps me, without the spiritual dimension of existence, like that's my fuel underneath it all. So yeah, it's good to meet all of you, and it's good to see people from all over. Yeah, so I'm building a foundation right now, is how it feels. I'm just building a foundation, and there's so much new stuff to learn that I'm kind of glad I didn't get slammed.
Yeah.
You know, in a weird kind of a way. With possible clients, because it's huge.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that, Maganel. Thank you for that. And I would have to agree with like a lot of things you said. And I like your mindset, you know, of, you know, because you're not immediately slammed, because you're still building, right? And this can take time. It gives you time to hone these skills, you know, being visible, as you said, sales, marketing, and just learning and just enjoying learning from your niche, right? And I think that's key. And it was the same for me. I didn't have, you know, instant success, but when I look back on it, I'm glad I didn't, because I needed that time to develop, you know, to further develop my skills. So for me, it was like a blessing in disguise that it took me some time. And yeah, I like that. I like what you shared. Thanks for being here, Maganel. Cool. And then we have John next. Hey, John.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Well, I'm awake. That's always a good start. I'm not a morning person, but fortunately the time was just perfect, so.
Good. I'm glad it worked out. Cool.
Mhm, mhm.
You want to share anything about you, where you're from, or doing, or goals?
I'm not sure how much I can really tell you in like under a minute because I've been doing this a long time. I began teaching in 1995 and I spent a few years in South Korea, 12 years in China, and a year in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. So I've kind of been jumping around the planet, doing all kinds of things. I'm a former speaking examiner for the IELTS test. So I've got a lot of background, but I've been noticing, and I'm wondering like if I'm being paranoid or if this is a thing, if my age is working against me, because I find that a lot of schools and even some clients, I'm wondering if my age is a factor for them because I've had trouble, finding, students even with my experience. And I'm wondering if anybody else has the awareness to that or anything like they'd like to share.
Mhm. Good. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a good topic and good to hear from you. Does anyone want to share any thoughts on that, on like being more experienced or even the challenges that could come with that? I can share thoughts, but just wondering if anyone else. Okay. I would say what we know is we have many teachers in our community who have been through the challenge and have started this journey of being independent to get their own students. And they are, I think the oldest was like 87 or 88, right? I don't know, James. But yeah, so it's not really a thing, like an issue. Like if anything, it's a selling point because of your experience and all the
Mhm.
knowledge you bring to the table. So I don't see it affect, like, from these teachers that we work with in our community, and they're so huge, wide range of ages, right? From like just graduated from university, I guess, to 88, 89, and
84.
84. Okay, maybe
Wow.
yeah, 84.
Now I'm 61 in September, so now I'm really feeling like a young kid.
You're like a spring chicken.
Yeah,
now.
60,
Yes,
six-
yeah.
60 is the beginning. Then
That's right.
60 is the beginning.
Mhm.
We got a
Just
lot of
getting
clients
started.
who's 60. They're like, oh, I'm semi-retired, but I don't want to retire fully, and I'm looking for something I wanted to do, work from home, and give me some financial support. We got a lot of clients like just turn 60. They just retire from their previous career now. They want to find some online teaching work to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So I hope that can give you some, you should be feeling real young now and you've got a lot to bring to the table. And so that's encouraging.
Yeah, that does help a lot. Thanks.
Good. Well, nice to meet you, John, and thanks for joining today.
No problem.
All right. And we have Charlie here as well. Hey, Charlie.
I was typing something to someone, an email back. It's Shari, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
It's a very common mistake. Don't worry about it. Okay. I wasn't going to say anything, but I liked what Megan said about the making yourself visible. I just decided this last weekend that I think I'm going to start a YouTube channel. So I don't have any clients yet, but I have been doing for about 3.5 years, different platforms, and they're up and down. So it's just kind of like, it's time to kind of start on my own. And my background is, I'm actually a speech pathologist, 30 years. So pronunciation training is like the very base beginnings of what I learned. So that's what I love the most about my field anyway. And I just accidentally happened upon a accent reduction client several years ago, and I really liked it, but then I never could figure out how to get into it. Then when I started staying home with my kids, I'm like, well, I need a little money. My husband's working. let me make a little money. And I kind of looked into this and I'm like, this is pretty much the same as, so I really enjoy this part of it. And I'm just trying to see how I can make myself more out there to get more.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's great. So we have a lot of speech pathologists in our community as well, working with their clients, which is cool. I don't know much about that world, but like, yeah, it's a thing, right? It's a whole thing. That's awesome, Shari, sorry. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So yeah, I like what you highlighted about being visible, because that's key, right? And I know that can be like easier said than done when we're first starting. I mean, some of us, we have no problem with that, but like when a lot of us are just starting, but it's important. And
I do have a question for the group in general. Can everybody tell me what y'all use for scheduling? Because I'm starting to I did start like a little trial of Google Ads to see how I would like that, if it will work, if it's worth it or whatever. And ever since I did that, I have gotten, I guess I'm getting more people to see my website. So they're starting to call me, but nothing's going through yet with that. But the point is I'm getting the phone calls still, at least. But now that I'm starting to get them, I'm like, okay, now how do I schedule my consultations? Should I use Calendly? Should I use Square? What are people finding is the easiest for someone who's a little bit older and doesn't want to deal with a bunch of difficult technology?
Good question. John says
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying any of these you mentioned can work. I think they have made it very simple for you to follow. But you can ask whoever helped you with the website, just integrate the booking page to the website, right? It should be simple, and connect your calendar with your Google calendar, so that reflects on your availabilities on the calendar. The booking link, it should be very straightforward. And there the bunch of YouTube videos probably can help you as well how to do that if you want to do it on your own. But your web developer should be able to help you.
Yeah, Calendly, like you mentioned, is quite a popular one that teachers love using. I used something called Schedule once, but I have to pay a little bit, but it's been fine. And I think it's quite similar to Calendly, like James said, connect it to your Google Calendar so that you don't even have to worry about it, and you can just get those bookings in, like you said. So I think Calendly could be a good choice. And some participants here said they're using Google Calendar. So I guess they may be manually scheduling through that, but Google Calendar is a great one, of course. I use that as well. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good question to ask to the group. And good, guys. Does anyone else like to introduce themselves here? If you do, let us know. You can type a 1 in the chat. I don't see any more names so far, but if you do, type 1 in the chat. Okay. Now, while if anyone's doing that, if you guys have any questions, write them in the chat or let us know. And I want to let you guys know that we have this free Get Students bundle. Okay, this is the name of this free bundle or package we have for you. So let me write it here. Free Get Students bundle. And what it includes inside this bundle, I'm going to also write what it includes here. One of the things is James's free ebook, the one we were talking about. So you've got his free ebook in there. You've got Niche Teaching Toolkit that explains what niche teaching is and helps you define your own teaching niche following a proven structure. And it also has a LinkedIn video guide that shows you how to position yourself on LinkedIn to attract potential students. So that one's quite good as well. And it's completely free. I'm just writing in the details here for you guys. If you would like to request this free bundle, you can just visit this link here, which I just placed in the chat box. Okay, so that's about the free Get Students bundle. A lot of good stuff in here. So if you have any questions about that, let us know, but you can request that using the link. To remind you, remember at the beginning, I said we're going to have, or we have monthly teacher entrepreneur interviews where they tell their stories and their experience. The next one will be with Lee. Her name is Lee on July 25th at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time. And I'm going to type a reminder in the chat for you as well about that one in case you'd like to join, and in case you'd like to block that off on your calendar. We will broadcast it in the Facebook group, but it will also be recorded if you cannot join. So this is the Teacher Entrepreneur Monthly Interview, and the next one coming up. Okay. And Maganel has to go. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming, Maganel, and we will see you around. Have a great day. We also are going to host another one of these networking parties so that we can continue chatting and meeting other teachers around the world in August. We're going to host it every month. The next one is going to be August 16th at 9 a.m. US Eastern Time. So I'll type a reminder in here for you in the as well. And we created an event in the Facebook group yesterday. So this is the next monthly TE networking party. So mark it down on your calendar so you can join us then, and if you're interested in joining. All right, well, I can ask you guys, does anyone else have anything they would like to add here? You know, questions, comments, thoughts, or questions for teachers here? Let us know. Or you can type in the chat if you can't speak before we get going. I guess not. Okay, well, we just want to give you a big thank you for coming today. I had fun. It was nice to meet you guys and hear a little bit about you. You know where to find us if you do have questions. We are in the Teacher Entrepreneur Network Facebook group. You could always tag me, you know, Tara, Oot, or tag James, and we'll answer your questions, or just write your questions in there. And we hope to see you around, and we hope you can get a lot out of this group. Yeah. Do you have anything?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. Yeah, I was not very active in the meeting because it was doing the tech part of it. I tried to figure out the streaming thing. It took me some time to do that. And we did have, I think we did have two teachers just join. I don't know if you guys wanted to introduce yourself. I let two teachers in just recently. If you guys wanted to introduce yourself, raise your hands. Just want to give you the opportunity to speak if you want. So we've been like just talking around, just talk about our stories, like who we are, what we do, where we're from, the challenges we have. If you guys wanted to share, please share. If you want to do it next time, as Tara said, we're gonna have another one next month in August 16, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. GMT, 3 p.m. CET. If you wanted to block that off on your calendar and make sure to join us, we also created this event on Facebook and share the link with you. You can click on the link and then click on go in. Facebook gonna remind you, and also I will send you emails if you are in my email system. You'll receive emails about that. So I know Bessie, right? You just joined. You wanted to introduce yourself to us very quickly?
Yes, I just try hit and see if you're still here because I was in class, but okay. I'm Betsy. I'm from Venezuela, living in Chile, and I'm teaching Spanish online. I was yesterday with with Tara.
Oh, what was
in the
it?
in the
Right.
Facebook room session.
Yeah.
Oh, the July group.
Yeah, yeah, we
Sorry.
had a good session.
Yeah, it was
Awesome,
great.
awesome.
But it's
Awesome.
good to meet other teachers. That's why I try to see if you're still here and see
Yeah,
how it goes. I hope I
Yeah,
can
it's-
be in the next one.
Yeah, it always good because you get to see others. You see, oh, so many people are doing it, and oh, my challenge is not unique. It's not only me, right? For example, John was here and he was concerned about his age, and we told him, no, 60 is like very common. 60 years old. A lot of teachers are 60-year-old, and that's the time they actually, okay, finally, I got a chance now for myself to think about something that I can do on my own, right? And we had a teacher did a challenge and joined the inner circle afterwards, like even 84 years old. So it's like, and I remember, I don't know if Tara remembered, he was in a graduation party. It was
Yeah.
like, I'm 84 years old. I did so many things in my life, but there's one more thing I want to do. I want to have my own business. I was like, that's great. Let's do it. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's never too late to do it. And also for you, right, Bestie, thanks for coming. Yeah, always seeing other teachers give you this inspiration and motivation that, okay, if other people can do it, I can do it too. Just like that. And it's a hard journey. It's really hard. If you do it on your own and try to figure everything yourself, it's gonna be even more difficult, right? You want to find a group of people, a community, like people who are doing it together, but just to make things easier. I mean, one thing that's probably gonna stay a couple of days to figure it out, just ask, like, 10 seconds to finish it. It just make a lot of sense to stay in this community. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I think that's the last one, right? Anyone else who had anything to comment on or want to share before we finish this up? Okay.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
like, I hope when is the next one, so I can have it in my calendar previously. And that
Yeah.
just what you just said is like, sometimes when I'm down, I say like, this is possible because other people is doing it. I'm not crazy, like I can do it. I just need to keep going, keep doing it. And we need people that are doing it the same thing, because sometimes
Yeah.
your environment doesn't understand what is that you're doing, and you need to
absolutely.
go and say, I'm going through this. Oh, me too, or I already did it, and you feel that you're not alone, and it gives you motivation to keep pushing, keep going, just go through the batches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And our next one is on August 16, right? 9 a.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. GMT, 3 p.m. CET. So that's the next one, August 16. So we used to do this like a networking party a year ago, then we kind of stopped it because we were too busy with other things. And people loved it, and we're trying to pick it up again, and hopefully we can get more people next time to join and talk to each other. I think that's why we have this Teach Entrepreneur Network. It's about networking and let people see each other, teachers support each other. Good. Yeah, I don't have anything to add here. And Ronaldo, Tara, what do you think?
Yeah, no, just what I said before, like, don't hesitate to like reach out to us in the group. And we do have a lot of resources in the guide section there. So feel free to like peruse that and check it out. Yeah, we love having this community. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I can say. I'm excited for next month's party and to continue to chat with you all and meet you guys more. And yeah, I think like what Betsy said is really important. Let's do this together, because if your goal is to go, strike out on your own here, that can be quite a challenging journey. And as you highlighted, it's quite up and down, especially in the beginning. So I needed the support of the community myself in order to keep myself going. And I'm very grateful that it's here and trying to give back to it as well if I can. So yeah, that's it. And we're happy to see you. We hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here with us and kind of hang out and chat. And everyone, we hope you have a great day. So take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take
Bye bye,
care.
everyone. Take care.
Ciao.